welcome back to Visions. I'm Mirella Rich. If you've just joined us, we're here with Reg Blow, who is the CEO of the Maya Healing Centre in Thornbury. Welcome back to the program.
Right.
And can you tell us what is the actual training that goes on in a little bit more detail at the Maya Healing Centre?
Well, yeah, what we're doing, we're looking at, living free of addiction and associated problems. The Maya healing model is taken from the 12 steps of AA.
Oh, beautiful.
Not sure if you're familiar with that, but obviously, you've got to admit that you've got a problem in your life.
Yeah.
If you alcoholism.
And that's probably the biggest step.
That is. And one way to find that out is if your drinking is costing you more than money.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
When the drink is costing more than money, you've got a problem.
Yeah.
And then admitting the problem, and then you've got to understand that it is a disease and that you're absolutely powerless against it.
Yep.
Like we all try to get off the wagon, we fall off the wagon, we're on the wagon. So once we get to a point where you realise that you are powerless, you've got to get it over to a higher power or to God, whichever persuasion you believe in. And then you take an inventory of your life. And then by doing that, you start to look at, all the harm you've been doing in your life. You might have been abusive to your children and maybe to your other brothers and sisters, and you've made a whole mess of a lot of things. And it's amazing when you do it. It's not a good exercise.
Yeah.
But it's something that you need to do. And then you've got to get out there and say sorry and try to patch it up as best you can, and then move on.
Why do you think that part's important, the moral inventory?
Oh yeah,
itself?
no, you've got to try to clean up what you've caused. See, it's very easy to, it's like the ripple effect. Like I can go and get drunk and I'm only doing it to me. But if I'm married, well, right now I'm affected by my wife and our relationship. If we've got kids, it impacts on them. If I've got brothers and sisters, and then of course her brothers and sisters, so I'm impacting the extended family system, and then it goes on to our community.
Isn't it amazing? It's hard to believe that like a drink can be so destructive, like an alcoholic drink.
Yep.
It can destroy lives and families and...
Well, I'm not sure what it is, but some people can do it and some people can't. Like binge drinking is one of the key killers in our community, where you start drinking and you just can't stop.
Yeah.
And you think, well, why don't they reason it out? But it's not the amount of reasoning. See, I've learned all this myself. I had to learn this in the program.
Yeah. It's like it takes control of the person.
Yeah, it's a disease. You've got absolutely no control.
It's funny because some people would argue that it isn't a disease. They would say, oh, we've all got free will, we can stop any time. But like Alcoholics Anonymous and Al-Anon and all those groups would say that it is a disease, and
that's right.
And that we're powerless
proven.
over it.
It's proven.
And medically.
It's absolutely proven, because people will drink until they die.
Yeah. And that's beautiful that you find so many people that are taking on this program and improving their lives and their relationships. It's wonderful.
Well, it's about restoring the community back to what it used to be.
Yeah.
Balance it out.
Yeah.
Because don't worry, like a lot of alcohol, affected people, or that addictive behaviour, gets you into trouble. You're more likely to get into trouble, go to prison, get involved with the justice system, and we always come off second best when we get into that arena. And then, of course, that impacts on your family again. Like dad's not around any longer. So kids grow up without dad around, and of course the more times you go in and out. But then you've got to understand the history of Aboriginal people, like the trauma that has come down from that intergenerational path. Like it impacts Aboriginal families, and people. There's family breakup, there's foster and adoption situations, there's youth training centres, and then there's prison.
Yeah.
And the stats prove that we're 14 times more likely to be incarcerated than any other section of the community. And
do you find that you do a lot of one-on-one or just talking with these people yourself?
Well, with the circle work, we have men programs, and that gives men an opportunity, and that's what we used to do in the prisons. We'd go in their youth training centres and we'll talk in circles, and it gives opportunity for people to talk in a safe environment, because the big I suppose, rule there is what's said in a circle stays in a circle.
Yeah. That's beautiful. And do you find that they open up even in the prisons?
Oh, what you got to do is just say, is any men angry here?
Everyone puts their hand up.
And of course, everyone's angry. They hate everybody.
Yeah.
I remember this guy once, a big guy, you know, and I said, you got anger issues? I said, you're angry? And he said, yeah, you know, and then for the next 10 minutes, I don't think I heard an English word, or it's just swear words.
Yeah.
And then at the end of that, this beautiful smile came in. And he said, gee, that was good. And that's what it's about.
Yeah.
Getting it out.
Yeah.
And I say to the guys, while it's in your head, it's as big as an elephant, but when you put it out, you know, on the table and 20 pairs of eyes looking at it.
And he doesn't feel so alone either, because he's got the support around him. And he can let it out and know that it's safe.
That's right.
Yeah. I mean, we have to do that with all people. You know, how can people get on in life unless they've got that chance to do that?
Well, they need the opportunity. And it's amazing with the, we have peace circles for women.
Peace circles for women. Oh, okay. How do they run?
Well, how they work is that men have got to talk about issues, but women, they want to talk about where they find issues in their life. It could be in a relationship. It could be relationships with their partner, kids, adults. Yeah. It's a different, you know.
Different setup.
It's a different setup because men and women are different.
Yeah. Yeah.
They really are.
And no matter how much you try and make them seem like they're the same, it'll never work, because they're not.
Whoever wrote that book, Men Are From Mars and Venus, is absolutely correct.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? But it's good that way. That's
oh, yes.
That way.
Oh, well, God, just imagine if it was all the same. Wouldn't it
be boring. It leaves mystery and excitement and interest.
That's right.
Makes it more fun.
Well, you need challenges to grow.
Yeah. Beautiful. We're about to go to a break now. You're watching Visions. Stay with us. We'll be back with more of Visions very soon.